Have you ever felt like you're moving but not going anywhere? Like you're working hard, praying, showing up, but somehow you keep ending up in the same place. That's not laziness, that's a cycle. A spiritual, emotional, or even mental loop that keeps you stuck. Repeating patterns, facing the same frustration, hitting the same wall. And here's the truth. Cycles rarely break by themselves. That's why not having a mentor is dangerous. Without a mentor, you can't see what's keeping you stuck. You normalize the pattern, you accept delay, you start calling wilderness God's will, when really it's just a lack of guidance. A mentor doesn't walk your journey for you, but they help you stop walking in circles. And that's why a mentor is important in your life. If you're tired of motion without progress, this video is for you. And today we'll be looking at the dangers of not having a mentor. Welcome to this podcast. The dangers of not having a mentor. A teen told me recently, I don't need a mentor. I've got the YouTube University and my Bible. Well, I get it, but here's the problem with that mindset, is that all through the Bible, God grows people through relationship. No one in the Bible walked in their calling alone. Everybody had somebody who was helping them to reach their calling that God had called them, which is their purpose. They had somebody to walk with them to fulfill the purpose that God had created them for. Somebody to show them the way. And in Proverbs chapter 15 verse 22, it says, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Also Hebrews chapter 13 verse 7 tells us, remember your leaders who spoke the word of God to you. Consider the outcome of their way of life and imitate their faith. Yeah? Exodus chapter 18 verse 14 to 24. In summary, we see Moses almost burnt out until Jethro, his father-in-law, stepped in and taught him how to delegate. He didn't know how to delegate. And when his father came in, he helped him in that. The number one danger of not having a mentor is that you become spiritually isolated. That means that no one is checking your blind spots or helping you grow. And a good example is that you can find a teen who leads worship but struggles with secret sin, and no one's mentoring them in holiness. It's only performance. And the number two danger of not having a mentor is that you repeat avoidable mistakes. A mentor shortens your learning curve. Without one, you waste years figuring out things they could have helped you overcome sooner. And I remember one time I shared that how my mentor told me that I don't have to always learn through mistakes. I can learn through other people's mistakes and not repeat my mistakes. And then we also see a teen who starts a relationship without guidance and that ends up heartbroken and distracted from their purpose just because they did not have somebody to ask them about this person they're getting into a relationship with. They didn't ask for advice. And we see in Proverbs chapter 12 verse 15, it says that the ways of the fool seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice. The third danger, to miss out on accountability. Without someone checking in, it's easy to drift in prayer, discipline, or even boundaries. With this, you can see a teen feels called to ministry, but keeps pushing it off because no one is encouraging them. And so if you have a mentor, they can encourage you to step into your ministry. The fourth danger of not having a mentor is you confuse good ideas with God ideas. You confuse good ideas with God ideas. Without a mentor, you may follow feelings or trends trends instead of God's timing and truth. An example is someone launches a business or a ministry prematurely because they had no one to slow them down and ask them a hard question. And we see in Genesis chapter 16, Haggai, the Haggai story shows what happens when people try to help God's plan without wise counsel. I just want to take this moment and ask you a question. And the question is, who's helping you stay accountable? Who's helping you hear God clearly when life gets noisy? Yeah? If no one comes to mind, this is the moment to ask God to help you. Because you need to walk with somebody. You can't walk alone. Yeah? And I would encourage you to pray and ask God to help you get somebody who you can walk with. And I just want to take this moment and pray with you that the Lord will help you, that the Lord will open your eyes to see where you've tried to grow alone, and give you courage to ask for guidance and humility to receive it. The Lord will send mentors in your life, people who hear from you and walk with you. And I also want to give you a challenge for this week. Why don't you write down one area of your life where you felt uncovered, unseen, or unsure, and start praying about it, and start surrendering to God, and start also talking to God about it. Pray for a mentor to walk with you in that specific area, and ask God to show you where to begin. Yeah. Surrender to Him fully and let Him take over. Let Him have control of your life. Let Him have control of every area of your life. And I know that He will come through for you. You can be talented, passionate, and even spiritual, but without mentorship, you will always fall short of your full potential. You will always fall short of your full potential. Purpose grows faster when someone waters it. Don't try to grow alone. Get a mentor. I do hope that you have learned something, and I do hope that you've been blessed. Stay blessed by the best, and see you in the next. God bless.